Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am super excited for today's video because there has been a lot of hype about the new Benefit Boi-ing Cakeless Concealer, and we're going to be putting it to the test today. So I have my eyes done just because we're here to just talk about concealer. So if you want to see all of the details and fabulosity behind this new concealer, wear test, full application, and a full review, make sure to keep on watching. And please don't forget to subscribe because I do upload 3 times a week. And that is the best way to stay up to date on all the fun stuff I'm posting. Also, I do still have 2 giveaways going on. I'm going to link both videos up here. One for my full-size BoxyCharm and one for Boxy Luxe. Check those out and make sure to enter so that you can be entered into the giveaway. That's a little redundant. Anyway, let's jump right into the video. Alright, so first things first, this concealer comes in 12 shades. I did think that was a little light, but when I kind of saw the lightest to darkest, the spectrum is not bad. I'm going to insert swatches right here, right now. I am in the shade 4. They do come in minis for $12, but the full size retails for $22. I do have a clean prepped beauty blender to blend this out. Right off the bat, first things first, it is a pretty sizable sized doe foot applicator. Let's grab a mirror. Today I'm not going to be doing foundation. I'm going to be taking a little bit of a powder foundation just because when I was thinking about it, if I do a full face of foundation and then a concealer on top, all we know is if the concealer creased. If we want to really test the coverage, I kind of want to use the concealer for pretty much the whole face, and I'll be using some powder foundation anywhere else. So let's throw some of this on. So right off the bat, I think you definitely get a decent amount of product off on the applicator when you first put it on. I might need to build up later. I won't know until I blend it out. But for now, like, this covered pretty much everything we would want it to cover. And it's not drying down too fast. I do seem to have a little bit of play time to blend it out without it getting too dry. Like, you see how I don't have a stripe on my nose from where that concealer was placed? It blended quite nicely. Definitely a decent amount of coverage in the places it is put. As I blend it out, it does sheer out a bit. So if you don't love a super full coverage, this could still work for you, again, depending on the wear test. What I will say is, do you see how bright this under eye looks? Definitely getting some really nice coverage. So because I am not foundationing, I'm going to take a touch more and just build up a little bit more where I feel I need a little more coverage. But this is definitely sitting quite nicely on the skin. Doesn't feel super heavy. It's not really grabbing to any spots on my face. Again, if you guys are new, my skin is a little bit more on the not a little bit. My skin is definitely on the oily side. So if you personally have drier skin, I don't know if this is going to grab at all, but I'm not seeing any grabbing at all. So that is a good sign. Definitely some good coverage. I know I look a little pale because, again, I have just concealer and no powder anywhere. So I'm going to grab my Too Faced Peach Perfect powder, and I'm going to take a fluffy brush. This one is from Violet Voss, and I'm just going to set down everywhere we put the concealer. Honestly, I don't think I really even need a powder foundation. I'm going to take a little bit just because, again, this is just setting powder. So this is the shade NW25 in the MAC Studio Fix powder. And I'm just going to apply that really just on the cheeks and the perimeters of the face, anywhere we did not put the concealer. All right, off camera, I'm going to go quickly finish up the face, and I'll be right back. All right, so everything else is done. It's been about 20 minutes, so we're going to call the wear test time 2:30 because that's when I basically finished the concealer portion. I will list down below all of the other products I used today. Yeah, so I'm going to see you guys in a few hours so we can see how this wears. Okay, so it is 5 o'clock, which means that it's been about 2.5 hours that this stuff has been on. And honestly, my under eyes still look really good. I do have these really pronounced lines there directly in my under eye. However, the concealer is not accentuating them any more than any other concealer normally does. It hasn't like gotten creepy or settled into those lines. It's just kind of in them like it always is. So at the 2.5 hour mark, this still looks really good. This is already past the point where for me, my makeup tends to take that nosedive and fall apart. But right now, I'm very happy with it. It is 5 o'clock. I'm going to go and cook dinner with Brandon. I am going to edit some footage from earlier and get a whole bunch of stuff later. And I'm going to check in with you guys in, I want to say like 5 hours. I'm going to try and keep this on for a total of 7.5. So I'm going to see about 10 o'clock. And if I get that far, we will film a final check-in so you can see how this wore for the rest of the day. All right, so it is now 9:08 actually, so I've almost made it as long as I wanted to, but it's time to shut this down because I need to wash my face and go to bed. The under eyes actually look really good, all things considered. I'm definitely a little on the shiny side, but honestly, not the end of the world. So I'm going to say this concealer is a hit, and you will be seeing it again. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye!